The playground is a spot where kids can come to be kids.
12 Mile in DeQuinder is a congested area, and one that has seen 60 accidents per year since 2007. On one of the hottest days of the year, I too waited to catch a ride on the bus. And even animals like Dusty the chinchilla here got to join in on the fun too. Voting. It's not only a privilege, but our patriotic duty. They're being dubbed outrageous, ridiculous, out of control. But are these gas prices, some as high as $4.29 a gallon, here to stay for good? From shoes to accessories to dresses, the cost of prom can really add up. The bottom line here is, if you're not handicapped, you're going to be paying the price big time. For TV Warn News, I'm Kristen Skladd. Driving on bumpy roads like here on Ryan can cost you more than just a flat tire. In fact, it can cost you thousands of dollars in damage.
I was just driving down the road on Saturday and all of a sudden, a little low on the one side.
Many Michigan drivers can relate to Sarah Sherwig, where cruising down any road can feel dangerous and unpredictable.
Panic a little bit, brace, hope nothing happens, pray, but there's not really much else you can do than trying to avoid them.
Sherwig brought her car here to Regal Tire near 9 Mile and Van Dyke in Warren after she hit a pothole and discovered putting air in her tire just wasn't enough to fix the problem. A worker explains.
What I do is I go in, I hit it real hard, and you can't fix that. There's no patching that or trying to make it better again. This tire is it's no good.
In addition to having to get your tire replaced, your rims can also suffer severe damage from hitting a pothole.
We see all kinds of damage from the face of the rim, the lip of the rim has damage to it, a hunk of metal missing out of an aluminum rim, or sometimes we have steel rims that are bent.
While vehicles with larger tires tend to glide over potholes easier, sometimes there is just no avoiding them and the headache they can cost you.
It's unfortunate, but it's one of the joys of living in Michigan.
Remember, if you spot a pothole here in Warren, be sure to give the official pothole hotline a call. We've listed the number on the bottom of your screen as well as over on our Facebook page. Reporting for TV Warn News, I'm Kristen Skladd.
The playground is a spot where kids can come to be kids, and it's where Deanna Seifert would have been playing had her life not been cut short by a tragic murder when she was just 10 years old. But now the city of Warren is honoring Deanna's memory by naming this spot after her.
Outgoing, beautiful, just a wonderful kid that liked everybody.
This is the way Betty Stuback and Bob Seifert remember their daughter Deanna, a bright-eyed, blonde-haired girl. Deanna would be 33 years old today.
Honor roll student, she's Johnny on the spot, get up and go to school. She couldn't wait to go to school.
In May 1992, Deanna disappeared from a sleepover at a friend's house. 65 days of searching would lead to the discovery of her murdered body in a case that shook up the local community and made national headlines.
I know that she's smiling down upon us, and that's what she would really, really want, is to have, people to come here and to play happy and joyous and free.
A plaque marking the dedication will hang in the park and bear a quote from Nelson Mandela talking about safety and how all children should be able to live in a world free of violence. Warren Mayor Jim Fouts echoed the thought.
Naming this playground after Deanna is appropriate because this is where youngsters are happy and carefree, as Deanna no doubt was before she disappeared.
The main message Deanna's parents want others to take away from their story is to keep an eye on your kids and know where they're at all times. Here at the Deanna Seifert Children's Playground, Kristen Skladd, TV Warn News.
Welcome back!
You're watching Tom Barnett finish up the last few feet of a 1,400-mile bike tour. For the past 45 days, this Warren resident has been riding solo around the entire outline of Michigan's Lower Peninsula.
It's great to be home.
At age 65, Tom stumbled upon cycling by accident. As a former marathoner, he found a purpose in the sport when he decided to set a goal of riding to raise money for a cause he saw affect the lives of those close to him, multiple sclerosis. During his trip, others he met became curious.
I would say 99% of people I met were outgoing in a way that they wanted to know what I was doing and why I was doing it, and then they were touched by it.
Tom's friends and family all came to cheer him on here today, including the 4 friends who he did this journey for.
I can't believe that somebody would just ride basically a bicycle, over 1,300 miles to raise money for help people like us.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
His trophy for doing all his hard work.
Throughout the 6 weeks, Tom surpassed his initial goal of raising funds for the MS Society not once, not twice, but over and over, thanks to the help of strangers, including one group of bikers he met at a diner in Elk Rapids.
They came in, they were teasing me. Hey, buddy, looks like you need some leathers there. And before they left, they passed a helmet around and put $60 on the table and said, keep the rubber down, guy.
And how did that make you feel?
And though some points of his trip were tough,
The long days in cornfields and sugar beet fields of just nothing but pavement and me pedaling.
Tom says he would do it all over again.
As I rode back into Warren and the sun came out, I felt really, really good. I'm just doing what I think I can do to help the cause.
For TV More News, I'm Kristen Skladd.